Morning, tribe. Or is it afternoon? Look, can you see my crazy cat? Isn't he gorgeous? Hey, Cosmos, say hi. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's definitely saying hi. He's got to have the loudest purr in the world. You like my t-shirt, guys? My sister said about this t-shirt, it's probably coming out backwards, which says honey, is that the irony of that t-shirt on you will be missed by most people. Okay, so there's a double meaning here. I'm a beekeeper. I am the furthest from honey that you could possibly imagine in terms of a chick. And it's a great contradiction. I love wearing it, and it used to be furry as well, but that's wearing off now. So I digress, as usual. So I'm beaming in today because I've experienced the last 24 hours such a misinterpretation of something that I've said that it's really quite shocking. And well, very interesting from the respect that there's not a lot I can do about it. You know, first impressions are what last, and when something has been interpreted in such a wrong way, and then there's an emotional reaction that tends to be a destructive emotional reaction, it sort of sets off this chain reaction of events that, to my mind, are relatively pointless in defending. But what we can do when found in these situations, because I have found myself in this situation, is damage control, really, in the sense of it's not me that really gets hurt, because I know what I meant and what I intended, but it's the people in the sort of explosion of the reaction that can get hurt that concerns me the most, that are implicated in the misinterpretation. So it's very difficult to describe the event, and I don't want to go into the details. But when we use language or write statements, it can be done in different ways. It can be done in a very reasonable way, where we have to cover all the angles and all the sensibilities of the people that might engage in it. And they are sensibilities, by the way. and they could upset people if we don't get it right. But what about just saying it how it is and going for the statement to actually cause a reaction or be provocative in the way we present something, so that we get to hear back from people, because they must speak and they must engage in what's been said, because the announcer, myself in this case, has been very sort of extreme in the statement made. So I think sometimes there needs to be a little bit more awareness that when somebody puts something out, it could be for a specific result. It could be to provoke a reaction and an engagement in the material. Or it could be to have an interesting conversation that's non-challenging and takes into account people's sensibilities. So I'm just popping this one out there today because I needed to sort of tell the universe that I was struggling or engaged in this process. And if anybody has any feedback, let me know. This is still Budo mindset. The instructor in the class challenges the students in very difficult ways technically to produce a result, to engage them in the material and think about what they're doing. And this can also be, the same said for intellectual engagement, statements put out to get an engagement, get people thinking about the conditioned environment, which is genuinely a delusion. And a delusion was described to me by one of my mentors as an illusion of an illusion. The Buddha says all is mind, and once the path of Buddhism was described as the way of the sword in the mind or through the mind, so that we can break through and have these flash realizations through events through mind. Anyway, that's all I've got to say today. Signing off. It was a bit long. I'm sure I lost a bunch of you ages ago. See you again. Bye bye.